Cheap off-the-shelf electric point-of-use heaters look great on a budget, but most people I've spoken to end up cursing the moment the first shower runs cold or the unit trips the breaker. That kind of buyer's regret is exactly why I spend a few evenings digging through specs, forum threads, and a handful of real-world anecdotes before hitting record. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The question I keep hearing is, does the Rinnai CU160iN actually feel like a smarter buy, or is it just another pricey gadget that looks good on paper? When you're responsible for a small CAF, a boutique gym, or a multi-unit rental building, the water heater decision carries more weight than it does for a single-family home. You can't afford to gamble on a unit that sputters when you need it most, but you also don't want to pour a fortune into a system that sits idle most of the day. That tension between upfront cost, ongoing energy bills, and the risk of a cold water surprise is the heart of the hesitation many buyers feel. In the case of a commercial-grade, natural gas, condensing tankless heater, the trade-offs are fairly concrete. You're paying for a high-efficiency core that never stores hot water, so you eliminate standby loss, but you also inherit the need for proper gas line sizing and venting that a simple electric tank would never ask you to consider. What makes a tankless system like the CU160iN different from the cheap alternatives is the way it handles heat. Instead of heating a large tank that constantly loses temperature, this Rinnai model fires up a condensing heat exchanger every time hot water is demanded. The condensing part means it extracts more heat from the combustion gases than a standard furnace-type heater, translating into roughly 1,015% lower gas usage in real-world operation. For a business that runs a dishwasher, a sink, and a couple of showers each morning, that efficiency shows up as a noticeably smaller gas bill month after month. Because the unit is rated for 9 gallons per minute, it can comfortably serve 2 showers running at 2.5 GPM each, while a commercial dishwasher pulls another 2 GPM, which is the typical peak load for a small CAF or a 5-unit apartment block. If you're the owner of a venue that needs hot water on demand, the CU160iN is worth a serious look. It shines for anyone with a steady, moderate demand profile. Think restaurants with 1 or 2 prep stations, fitness centers with a handful of showers, or small multifamily properties where each unit uses hot water at slightly different times. The compact indoor footprint also helps when you're fighting for space in a back-of-house closet or a mechanical room that's already packed with refrigeration units and electrical panels. Plus, because it's a natural gas appliance, you're not tied to the higher electricity rates that can make an electric tankless unit pricey to run in a commercial setting. On the flip side, you should walk away if your hot water needs regularly exceed that 9 GPM ceiling. A full-service restaurant with multiple dishwashers, 3 or 4 simultaneous showers, and a large sink line will quickly outstrip the unit's capacity, leading to a drop in temperature at the tap, a scenario no business can afford during a dinner rush. Similarly, if you're a DIY-oriented homeowner who doesn't have a licensed plumber or gas fitter on speed dial, the professional installation recommended note isn't just a suggestion, it's a practical barrier. The CU160iN needs a correctly sized gas line, a dedicated venting system for its exhaust, and an electrical supply that meets code, all of which add labor costs that can push the total investment well beyond the sticker price. The practical strengths of the Rinnai really come into focus once you see it in action. In a coffee shop I visited last month, the owner runs a 3-hour lunch peak where 2 baristas are pulling espresso, a dishwasher is on a 45-second cycle, and the sink is constantly rinsing. The water temperature stayed rock solid at 120 F, and the gas meter showed only a modest uptick compared to the previous electric tank they used. The unit also maintains consistent pressure. You don't get that wobbly flow you sometimes feel when a tank runs low on hot water. Because there's no tank to fill, you never have that initial lag where you're waiting for the heater to recover, which means the first,